Hey, everybody. What is happening out there? You'll notice Dana is not with me. She got fed up with my shit and decided to leave. So Dana will no longer be on. I'm just kidding. That was a dark start to the live.
Yeah, that was wow.
I hope she's not watching. No, Dana is at Special Olympics with her brother. He's doing a basketball thing, and I went last week, so her mom went with her this week. So it's always it. I'll say this, and this is real. Like, so this was at a high school basketball game last week. They did a like scrimmage between the JV and varsity game with the Special Olympics guys. And I thought and I was sitting in the student section, and I thought for sure these kids were going to be disrespectful little assholes, and make fun of them and stuff like that. But like every time a guy got a basket or a girl or whatever from the game, this crowd erupted. Like, I mean, those guys playing basketball felt like freaking NBA stars. Like, it was so cool. I mean,
I'm sure.
Yeah, they did. They announced all the team members and all that stuff, and these guys ran out there like they were in the NBA, and the crowd went nuts. I was super impressed because, like I said, I thought they were just gonna like kind of make fun of them and stuff, because that makes me mad, and I probably would have turned around and said something. But they were making comments like, "This is genuinely the best 10 minutes of basketball I've seen all year," and they weren't being little smartasses. So I thought that was cool as hell. Let me say hello to everybody real quick, if I can't.
Joe, I clogged your toilet.
Oh no, who's here? It's an alien. He's got a NASA shirt. So you get a surprise, guys. 2 for 1 tonight. Jesus, I gotta go way up here. So hello, RS Paranormal. Hello, William Wyland. Hello, Spange. Hello, RS Paranormal. Oh, I said that already, but it doesn't matter. Alyssa is in the house. How you doing? Wisdom, what's up, Wisdom? How you doing? Hopefully he recovered from our power hour. Kenny wasn't a big fan. Julie J. D is in the house. How are you, Dawson? Hello. My eyesight sucks.
And he's wearing glasses.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing Dana's glasses because mine I can't see out of. Guys, if I miss people, as the veil thins, how are you doing tonight? Jeff is pointing at me. Yeah, I am. That's the buy my shit guy. Dawn, how are you doing? Too bad Dawn can't join us. Didn't her internet go shit or something like that?
Well, her internet's like, I don't know, it's weird, but
John Stepp, how are you doing? I'm trying to get to the bottom, trying to get there. Sue Mackey's in the house. How are you, Sue? Sue has been here from like day one. Mike O, hello. Pomp, how are you doing? I think Sue was like the second person to sign up for membership for our channel. Fantastic was the first. Just a fun fact. Candy, hello. Chris Williams, how are you? I'm almost there, guys. Pinky, how are you doing? Friday House, hello. So the thing is, you can't scroll unless you're on the names, and then you stop on them and they go away. Raven is lurking. Ian, how are you? I feel it, guys. Do you guys have any idea how to play music during these streams? Jerry's in the house. Hello, Jerry.
You have to upload music.
Oh, okay.
But you need to make sure you have like epidemic sound or something. Yeah.
Yep. Sunblessed is in the house. Hello. I don't think I've seen Sunblessed for a minute, but that's okay. Thanks for joining. And we are down to the bottom. Oh, so Dawson, what brings you to Joe's house?
I am filming a video tomorrow.
Oh,
so
cool.
Joe was nice enough to let me crash on his couch. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, where he's going isn't but like 2 hours from where I'm at. So
are you gonna go and be his cameraman?
No, I mean, Dawson, can I crash at your place? I'm gonna be investigating a place. Like, you want to come here, crash, and not invite me? What the fuck? I'm kidding.
You should sneak him in, Dawson, as the cameraman, and just not put him on video ever. Just he's This is my entourage.
Just hiding.
Right. This is my producer, Joe. No, the first team that I was ever on, this is horrible. They made me wear an orange shirt so that they could easily spot me in a video because I was a cameraman, so they could cut me out.
That is the dumbest thing, because a camera guy should not be in fucking glowing anything.
Right. Yep.
You should be in black. If they can't point out who the camera guy is.
One, the funny thing is I actually did most of the work. Like when it came to going over evidence and, reviewing, listening to all the audio and watching all the videos, me and another person on that team did all that. But yet it's like, nope, we can't have you in the videos. I'm like, Jesus, I mean, I know I'm ugly, but I didn't think I was that bad.
Right.
Apparently I am.
Everybody wants Joe to pull my tooth, but I'm just saying right now, no. No, thank you.
Just do the string tied to the door trick.
I got guitar string.
In the 80s.
You gotta cut it open because it's like in the gums or whatever. Because it's not just a tooth; it's a wisdom tooth. So it's like all the way back there, and it's under the gums, and it's like only piece that poke through and all that.
You said it again, and you said it the other night. You said a wisdom tooth.
Wisdom.
That's just my accent.
Is it, or are you just trained to see wisdom and say it as that?
There's certain words that I say certain ways.
Come on, Jeff, you're from the damn north. You should know this too.
I don't say pillow though. I fucking hate when people say pillow.
It's pillow.
It's pillow.
Yeah, it's pillow. Yeah. Jesus. Who says pillow?
Yeah, who the hell?
A lot of people say pillow.
What kind of sadistic freaks do you hang out with?
And where I'm from, we don't say soda, we say pop.
Exactly.
I kind of hop back and forth between soda and pop. I don't know why.
And then them freaks down in freaking Georgia say they call it all Coke.
Well, they do that here too in Tennessee or in Virginia.
Man.
Everything is a Coke. Like, yeah, you want a Coke? Yeah, sure. And they hand you like a fucking Dr. Pepper or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Or, hey, you want a Coke? Well, sure. Well, what kind of Coke do you want? I'm like, the first thing that pops in your head is what? Diet Coke,
or regular, yeah.
Right? Things like that. And then they're like, we got Mountain Dew, we got Dr. Pepper. I'm like,
that's not Coke.
That's not Coke. It's all Coke.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Jerry, I don't have a filter on. I just have soft lighting and I shaved. So I don't look like an old homeless guy anymore.
The homeless guy.
Yeah. So no, Jerry, no filters here.
You guys should have seen him before the live started. He had his hood up.
Yeah.
He's looking gangster.
Yeah. He looked like a thug.
Well, I should have gone Paranormal Nightmare and put the headphones over the hood. Which, speaking of that, God damn it, I do not want to turn my channel into a Paranormal Nightmare debunking channel. But I was tipped off onto something else, and I might have to do another video. Like another, okay, you guys are faking way more than people actually realize. Alyssa calling me Jeff Araya.
Is that even possible? I mean,
well, really, there's not been a whole lot that has called them out for faking things. I mean, I think didn't Mythos do one with the kicking the ball thing?
You know what? I don't even remember. I cannot keep up with. I can't remember everything. I mean,
yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, yep. I think it was Mythos, but there's only been a couple of.
Wait, didn't it have something to do with a light shade or something like that? Or
there was another one with Beardo in a. They said they caught a demonic figure in the window, and it had to do with the lighting outside.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was like Mo Sargi or something like that. I know that Mythos did that video, and there was like a big ball that moved, but you could literally see somebody in the background or whatever. But you're talking about the window that it looked like it was daylight outside, but it wasn't actually. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I thought it was nighttime. It was clearly nighttime. I know Beardo did it. And he, they claimed that they caught, a shadow figure or whatever in the window or a demon. Actually, they titled it Demon because that's what they do. And, yeah, so it wasn't it. I forget what the debunk was, but really, like I said, they don't get, hang on one second. They don't get a whole lot of people like actually debunking them as much as some of the other ones do, but I think they're faking a lot more than. Let's see. I saw you search for Big Pussy video for the first time today. Yes. Do you guys know the story of Big Pussy?
Us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. From The Sopranos.
I love The Sopranos.
Yep. Yeah, I proved his whereabouts with the spirit box. It was fantastic.
Did you solve a crime?
Yeah. Yep. And I'm going to solve another one too with the apps. Search for Big Pussy 2.
Search for Big Pussy 2.
Yeah. Yep. It was
somebody asked us if you had seen Beardo's video today.
Yeah.
That he put out.
Yep. I just got done watching it. And I mean, I agree with everything he said. Like they're talking, that's not Netflix quality. It's the same video that we see week after week after channel after channel with just a big claim in the beginning. Like, I don't know. I might watch the second part and the third part, just maybe kind of preview them to see what else they say. But it sounds like he already watched it and proved that like it's all bullshit.
I do know both ladies.
Mm-hmm.
They are sweethearts. I don't think that they're really faking anything. I do believe that.
Right.
They're all in, right?
Yeah. Yep.
They're all in. And, I do agree with like 98% of what Beardo was saying. Not that the other 2% really even fucking matters anyways.
Yeah.
But, it irks me because when you hear these stories about individuals or people, you might want to like before you investigate a location, if you're trying to solve something, you really do need to like just research so you know what you're talking about, right at the get-go.
Yep.
And then I'm seeing people going through and basically saying, no, this isn't true. That isn't true. Well, this place wasn't built at this point in time, and this guy was in prison at this point in time, and things like that. And so I think too, people do need to understand that because this has happened. I mean, prime example right here. Go into a location. This is the stories that you're told, and you're taking what they're saying at face value. And
I got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest, it's not even like, oh, I got in trouble. It made me realize, because before that, I just believed it. Whatever they said, I'm like, okay, why would they lie to me? There's sort of an authority figure. You kind of, you pay for the place. You kind of just are expecting someone to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So, and then I got in trouble for it, and I realized like, oh, I gotta do this like the right way. I gotta look it up. I gotta figure out if these stories are true or not. And ever since, I've been doing a bunch of research, and now I have Dark Phoenix down to, do my research. But,
I think
some people don't do that.
Yeah. I think these channels are so used to like, let's say 5% of them will look into the story. 5% of their viewers, maybe at the most, will look into their story that they told.
I don't even think. I think that number. I think that number's
probably high. Yep. But I'm saying it's not worth it because you have so many hours in researching that one place that you're about to talk about. I mean, you have a shit ton of hours in that, and that's sometimes that's what it takes to get the true stories. Where to them it's not worth it. Why put all those hours in when we could, the amount of hours that you have in doing that research, they could go to 4 or 5 more locations and put out the standard bullshit, and no one cares statistically.
And right. And the thing is like, with that place, I was gonna do a little bit of research into it, but not too much, just whatever happens. But then I realized that our investigation is based on this stuff, and there was something that Dawn had seen. Yeah. And I'm like, oh fuck. Now I had to, now we got to really dig into this. It took me, probably not even 5 minutes. Yeah. To debunk. Yep. Some stuff. And then it just, from there, just one after another story. It really did. Again, a lot of these YouTubers, they go to these locations, they're just going to run off, whatever it is they're told, but then they end up looking stupid when somebody goes back and starts researching and finding out none of this shit happened. And then it completely invalidates their evidence of, oh, we contacted this person, but that person had nothing to do with the location, or like just never fucking existed, or just whatever.
But the problem is, I don't know that we always make an impact on, you know what I mean? Like, I could put out a video, like my video where I debunk Paranormal Nightmare, that had no effect on their channel whatsoever. I don't think.
No,
when
I'm not
Beardo
trying to
comes
be a
out
dick,
and says
Jeff.
something,
I'm not like just real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a dick. No, it didn't.
No,
it didn't hurt their channel. Whatever Beardo puts out there and he debunks, it doesn't have an impact on that channel. It might shake some fucking, shit up, but it doesn't. Even my channel,
It probably helps.
It helps, but at the end of the day, the majority of those people who have stuck around with them for that long, they're gonna walk off the cliff with them. Like they will do that. Even I don't know when my stuff is gonna get released, but I won't have an impact either.
Right. I mean, you will to a certain audience, but it's not going to impact their business whatsoever, or any of that stuff.
And it hasn't. Even the stuff that I've already talked about regarding that place has not impacted their business at all. They can say it has, but it hasn't.
Right.
We can prove that.
Well, we know the reason why they're saying it has, but
right. It's to shut me up so I don't put the fucking truth out there.
Yeah.
And I know you watched some of my stuff. I actually had to redo it, Jeff.
Okay.
But you seen that comment or whatever with that person. Like, they threatened to sue me because.
Yep. So this, I don't know that I ever said that I went to Erie to Dracula's castle. I mean, is there a Dracula's castle in Erie? Dawson is our vampire expert. He should know.
Well, since we're talking vampires. Well, no. So I couldn't really answer that, but I know that. I mean, the Dracula, quote unquote, the Dracula's castle.
Hold on a sec. Beardo's in the house. Maybe you should send Beardo a link.
Beardo's here?
Yeah, Beardo's here. Maybe don't tell him, but maybe you should send him a link. Maybe he'll join us.
How did I miss Beardo? Hey, Beardo. We were just talking about your video.
I mean, it's easy to miss Beardo. He's got a tiny channel.
Yeah, I know.
Is my mic on?
Yeah, your mic is on.
Oh, yeah, Dawson was talking. He's like, y'all interrupted me.
No,
my
Blueberry asked, so I was like, oh shit,
I'm just kidding.
But the real, Dracula's castle, Vlad the Impaler, that's Romania, I believe. It's in Europe or whatever. So, I mean, unless they did like a what you call it, I forget what they call it, but basically they built a replica. I don't know why it would be in Erie.
Yeah.
Beardo just made his out.
Oh, okay.
He's in bed.
I was just gonna send him the link, but I mean, shit, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning there. So, and I know dude gets up at
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but he gets up at like 5 or 6, I think.
Fuck, I don't even start thinking about going to bed till around 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, I have to force myself to go to bed at midnight because I get up pretty early. No, Dawson, I'm not going to talk about that. I was going to ask you a question, but I don't because I think it's still a secret. Something that you're working on.
If you're talking about tomorrow, it's still a secret.
No, not tomorrow. It was something else.
Oh.
But I think it's a secret too. So there's not enough room on the panel.
I don't even know.
His massive video.
I have no idea.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, it's
Golden
true.
balls, you motherfucker.
Golden balls, that's a new one.
Yeah. Beardo's ego just takes up a lot of fucking space. He's fucking toxic as hell, man. I mean, picking on fucking women in the paranormal. Oh my god.
I mean, it
what
was
an asshole. No.
It was scene 1 in my last video. That toxic. No one left alone for Christmas. I mean, that who has the balls to do something like that? That's just horrible. What about the people that aren't alone for Christmas? They got feelings too.
Yeah.
What about the people that aren't alone and they get offended?
Yeah, he's just trying to make everybody feel guilty that is celebrating with their family and friends and stuff. It's just That's how toxic.
What
this
if
shit
what if
goes.
people are happy to be alone during
Right,
Christmas and they'll have to
yes.
deal with all that bullshit family
Yeah.
stuff and
Yep.
in-laws or whatever?
Yeah. Actually, so I lucked out. My in-laws are actually fantastic. Like I got no issues with. I enjoy spending time with them for Christmas, and they always invite my kids over too. So it's all fun and games.
But
And we have kielbasa and pierogies, homemade. Oh, Stanley's kielbasa. Damn.
but so again, with the whole thing with Ghost Club is that, or anyone, and not just them,
Mhm.
before you put it, like, if you're going to go in blind and listen to what, the owners of these locations or whoever the location tells you, okay, fine. But, do your video, but go back and like do the research because could put a pretty big spin on the content that you put out there, or you can correct things. But that doesn't bring the views. The scarier, the better.
Yeah. Yep. And like I said, it was a regular video that we all see week after week by channel after channel with just an interesting intro, and they broke it up into 3 parts. Nothing new. I mean, it's nothing special.
It may not have came across on video as something special, but if they really believe that they're talking to these spirits and like helping solve something, that's very impactful to them, and to them it probably seems greater than when you watch it. So to them, they're probably like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, like, and there's this special butterflies and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So it probably seems more Netflix material, or I thought I saw somebody say that.
Well, that's what they said. They felt that this should be a Netflix documentary,
and it probably impacted them a bunch to where they thought it was different than their other videos.
But what was the context in which they had said that? Was it them saying that our video is Netflix quality, or
it was such a great story that this should be a Netflix documentary? I believe they definitely did not talk about
they're not even calling themselves Netflix quality. They're saying that Netflix should look into this because of what.
No, they're saying this video should. They said this video should be on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's just not.
That's what they said.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It wasn't.
That's not going to happen for any of us. To be fair, it's not going to happen to any of us. You can always go online and you can look at the camera requirements for Netflix. And like some of this shit, you could buy a fucking brand new car, like for the money for these fucking cameras. Fuck, you could buy a fucking house with how expensive some of these cameras are,
dude. Even so, I'm on a Facebook page called Used Film and Camera Gear and stuff like that. Some of these used cameras are like $1 million. I'm like, that's fucking used.
Yeah,
it's crazy that but they're top quality film movie
how
cameras.
come, like, when you buy a car and it's used, it's always way cheaper, but when you buy a house and it's used, the price is either the same or higher? Like, it's used. You slept in here for years. Like, you've used the bathroom.
You fucked in it.
Yeah.
You farted in it.
It should be cheaper. You've done. You know how much farting has happened, like, in that house, and they're trying to mark it up.
Yeah, but engines only last so long.
Yeah,
that's probably why the car price goes down. Oh, what else here? The Beardo lives rent free in Alyssa's mind. Awesome. Steph asked if we had something earlier with our Christmas dinner. You'll have to describe what it is because I don't know the Polish names for all the foods we eat. I know we had sweet and sour cabbage. I don't know if that's what you were referring to, but yeah.
I gotta go use.
Now you got to really go clog the toilet.
No.
No, he said he had to go rinse his mouth. Don't ask, guys. He just has to rinse his mouth. That's all you need to know.
I hope his tooth is getting a little bit better so he can at least finish his project for tomorrow.
But you know, Beardo dropped the hammer, and
Yeah.
you know, he did. I guess
Didn't
it was
hold back.
mentioned-
That was not the nice version of Beardo that we.
I think he was holding back maybe a little bit.
Yeah, probably a little bit. Yeah, yeah. But
I'm sure.
yep, yeah. But that was definitely the. But you know, I don't fault him for saying any of that because you can tell that the dude is tired of this shit. Like, you know, in the whole true crime paranormal stuff is starting. It gets on my nerves too. I don't like it.
Like oh shit, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I had it there.
Yeah.
I had something semi fucking intelligent to talk about or say or whatever.
Don't call it semi-safe, man. It was the greatest thought on the planet Earth to ever come out.
It was,
but I lost it.
Would have been in the books. Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say. So you know, I did ask, you know, Jade, hey, send me that footage. Like, you know, not literally like
you
demanding.
did ask her. Okay.
Yeah, and not demanding. I just asked because
this was the shadow figure one.
Yeah, because I don't believe that was overlaid or faked. I have been to that location, so I understand how the floors look, the way the floors are and stuff like that. There's other things too to consider as well, but I think it was the tricycle in the room.
Okay.
The way the shadow is, because you can kind of see the neck handle, and then you can see what looks like handles, and the only thing in that room that even resembles that would be the tricycle, just part of it. So I think that was probably it. I'm not saying for sure.
Yeah.
But I had said to them, because I was like, you know, hey, you know, because I was curious. And I said, hey, you know, if you want to shut them up, you know, send me the footage.
And because that camera was focused on it, like Beardo said in the video, they cut to that camera.
There were 2 or 3 different cameras in that room, right? Why do we only get that one angle? Why is that? Because
for a split second,
one camera was not moving and the other camera was moving, which resulted in the shadow movement. And it's like, you guys got these different angles. Show those different angles.
Yep. Hey guys, I'll be right back. Just carry on with what you were saying. I gotta let the dog out.
Right.
She's ringing the bell.
And you know,
you go outside.
I think either they misidentified it or maybe they knew what it was. I don't know.
Yeah, those are 2 complete opposite sides of it, though. Too. It's either they misidentified it on accident or on purpose, and that can put you on. You know what I'm trying to say,
right? But you know, I mean, I know Matt has investigated with them kind of while he was just kind of just there. But I mean, they're all in. They're 100% all in.
Do you think they've gotten bitten by the we're growing bug? So therefore because I feel like a lot of these channels, and it doesn't make it right, I'm not justifying this, but I think a lot of these channels start to get views and they're like, oh shit, we've got to put something out just as good or better next week.
So I probably knew this before Jade, because I do have friends who work in the industry, and they were looking at her for a TV show on Travel Channel, and then they ended up shelving that and a couple of others as well. I don't know if maybe because that happened, now she's trying hard. Because like if you get rejected, I don't know if she knows this. I'm speculating here, but like if you do something and it doesn't like happen for whatever reasons, you're kind of fucked, because that's really just kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to get asked again.
Yep. It really,
and to a certain point, they own your likeness as well.
there's
So
not even shit going on TV anyway. Like, right? Isn't that kind of the whole paranormal TV is dying off? I haven't
wouldn't
watched it in a
say
long
that.
time. It isn't?
Ghost
Okay.
Adventures is still like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people like kind of clown on it or whatever, but Ghost Adventures is probably like one of the more viewed like
Mm-hmm.
TV, other than like sporting events and news and everything, you know, actual shows. It's still extremely popular and it's still growing.
But it's,
Or else they wouldn't give them 6 spin-offs and
Yeah.
keep renewing the seasons. They don't do it if it's not making them loads of money.
But I'm
if it
saying
just
there's-
makes a little money, they'll cancel it.
but I'm saying there's less shows on than there used to be. There's a lot. Less shows
Yeah.
on.
There is a reason for it. For
Yeah.
one, you know, they already have their well-established shows. The other is, well, welcome to YouTube.
Yeah. Joe, this one's for you. Oops, sorry.
Did they end up? No, they did not give me the footage.
I'm shocked.
But I tried, and I'm like, hey, you can get Beardo to shut up, if you, that kind of
You
thing.
threw Beardo under the bus.
I threw Beardo under the bus.
Can I say
I wouldn't do it like to be mean towards Beardo. I was just like,
just trying to get
come
the
on,
footage.
you just trying to, put some bait on the hook, come on, let's, because I was curious.
Yep.
I don't believe it was a shadow figure. Either they misidentified it or they know what it is. Like I said, I honestly think that I'm still trying to figure out how, because like I said, it does look like it does resemble the tricycle that is in the room.
Dawson wanted to say something.
I just, I'm not necessarily defending or whatever. I don't really care, to be honest, but I will just say a lot of people didn't have a Joe Vitale, a side-eye guy, a Crow, a Jeff, a Beardo, to look at them and say, hey, you're doing things wrong, or you need to do things a little better, or here's some advice. And that's what they did with me, and I got better from it. I was never faking, but I can clearly see when I look back, I was doing things wrong.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that. So they're only learning from themselves, and that can make them worse and worse or better and better, depending on just who they are.
But I think sometimes it's ego. Their ego is so, and I'm not saying Ghost Club Paranormal only. I'm saying a lot of these channels, their ego is so big. It's like, you guys are fucking stupid for not believing in the spirit app. So what are you going to teach me? I think that's kind of what comes out. I got to let the dogs back in real quick.
Oh, no, that's fine. Something else that Beardo had brought up, and the video is, being closed-minded. Being closed-minded can go both ways. You can be a closed-minded skeptic, cynical asshole, or you can be a closed-minded 100% believe in all of that stuff and not allow for, like critical thinking and things like that. So the thing that I see that's missing from a lot of videos is when something happens, how many people go and check that shit out? Like, they don't go and they look. Like, they just, oh my God, this happened, and then just moves on. And
And I don't necessarily agree that you should go chase every noise down.
Oh,
I
no.
think it should be significant. If it's significant, go chase it down. You hear a little knock on the wall. You ask, hey, do it again. If it does it, 3 times, go try to see what it is. But, I don't think you should have to chase everything down, because I think it's kind of counterintuitive at that point.
Well, the thing is that we hear a sound. We know, like, the direction it may be coming from. But when we get there, we're not going to hear it again. And we don't even know what the fuck it was to begin with. It's like, you're just going to look around and be like, well, it could have been this or that or the other thing.
You're not going to find the 2x4 that slightly shifted due to moisture from like a nail
and air pressure. And
yeah, like you're not going to find that. You're not going to rip open the wall and be like, that's the 2x4 that just made that knocking noise. If I guess if you're like skeptical or whatever, and you're like, it's got to be creaking or whatever, you're not going to find that. So like, what are you even looking for? You know, there's certain things where it's like it's kind of pointless to go look because what are you going to find?
All right. I mean, you know, and Jeff witnessed this. I completely debunked Kenny Biddle while we were at the Monroe House.
Yes, you did.
And that was hilarious. All I did was I asked one question.
Yep. And I don't think you should say it. I think you should save it for your video.
I'm gonna save it for the video because you guys will get a kick out of it.
Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. Sorry, guys. The dogs are they always expect the fortune cookies during live shows, and they know when I'm live because
cookies?
Yeah,
that's what's in the chair?
This, yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Fortune cookies.
You just order that on Amazon or what? Because I want some.
And
No,
Beardo, I'll agree with that, Beardo. We'll go into it more. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, yeah, Dana got them from somewhere. It may have been Amazon. I don't know, but she bought a shitload of them because that's how I do my psychic readings.
Oh, well, I mean, that's just as good as cold reading.
Yeah, when we go to events, I do free readings.
No, that's in print, so that may actually be better.
Yep, I do free readings with fortune cookies. People love it. And I've got a 90% accuracy rating, by the way.
Oh, wow, that's impressive.
Very impressive.
You know, it cracks me up to watch people who say that they, you know, they're psychic mediums and all this other stuff, and they bust out the apps. It's like, I mean, you know, come on. Really?
Parasolo says it was a demon. It's always a freaking demon.
I guess I would have to hear their argument for it because, you know, there's some that say, you know, yes, I'm a medium, but I don't just see every ghost. I don't just, you know, I feel it, or I you know, I guess there's different levels or kinds, but I don't know. But
okay, that's okay. I get it. Yeah, I mean that is fair to say, but at the same time, it's like.
But you know, I don't believe in mediums myself yet.
I do.
I'm hopeful, but I have to experience one for myself. So I would like to hear a medium's perspective on why they use apps, and if they tell me some fucking dumbass shit that I can't even like, at least a little bit, be like, oh, I see what you're saying. Then I'm going to be like, yeah, you're full of shit.
Right.
Well,
you know,
a medium has no reason to use apps. And like I said, I do believe in mediums. I know a few that are really, really good that you guys will never, ever see because they don't do shit for YouTube. They don't go out, you know, they're not making YouTube videos. They're just, they've got something. I can't explain it. I don't know what the hell it is. They know things, and I know they're not looking the shit up. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, so I do believe in them, but I do believe too that most of them that are on these TV shows and these YouTube channels are just absolute bullocks.
Yeah.
British accent. It was fantastic.
I do believe that kind of thing is a thing, but it's so fucking rare. You know, when you look on Facebook or you look on YouTube, wherever, like somebody's gonna like at least not personally, but know somebody. 10 of these people, at least 20, at least, who have these abilities. Like I probably have 1,000, 2,000 people on my friends list on Facebook who say that they're a psychic medium or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
I've met one person, like in person, and investigated with them. I believe that they believe that they're a medium. I wasn't necessarily convinced of like, oh, you can see the dead all the time and this and that, but I believed that they believe it. And that's the thing too, is you start hearing about mediums, you're into the paranormal, you know, why is it always so one-sided? Like, oh, you think you saw a ghost, but it was just because your environment. Well, that can work for mediums too. They think, you know, that they're a medium, so they look into it and they're getting and they don't know they're cold reading or whatever.
Yep. Or they can just maybe they just have a creative mind and they've just envisioned this story in their head. Yeah. And it's like there's nothing to back that up whatsoever. So but like I said, I do know people that they know shit. I don't know how, and
I believe you. I believe
this is Andrew's reading, by the way. So A friend in the market is better than money in the purse. So that's your psychic reading from
I'd rather have money.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Jeff
honestly, I don't need any
Those
more
kids.
people
I
in
don't
my
need,
life.
yeah, I don't need any more friends.
Hey man, that could mean some shit to Andrew. You never know.
So like, and I don't want to, make everybody unsubscribe to me, but like, I feel
If you haven't done that by now, man, you're not
Right.
going to.
But when I go into like these places, I can feel it. Sometimes I don't, but usually if I don't feel anything, absolutely nothing will happen.
Yep.
It's this. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a medium. I'm not psychic. I'm not. I don't know what all the names are for it, but I feel it. Like there's been plenty of times where like I just knew like okay like I feel something over there, and then something would happen over there. It's I don't know. So like but with me, that's the only thing I've experienced. So I'm like, I feel like that's all it is.
And sometimes
Until
too,
someone
it's
proves to be different.
hang on a second. Jeff, don't you mind? I like the surprise of who's gonna sue me this week. That's a good comment. Oh, Dawn wants a reading.
Beardo. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to get into I'm being sued club, just let me know, and I'll direct you as to where to go.
Has Beardo ever been sued though, or just gets threatened once or twice a week?
He gets threatened.
Yeah, you actually got sued.
I get sued.
They left me out of it.
All right, this is Dawn's reading.
Same thing with Dawn.
Yeah, let's do this real quick. Dawn, it says father, which I don't think that applies. What the fuck? This is the same one that Andrew had. A friend in the market is better than money in the purse. That must be some meaningful shit if it's 2 in a row. 2 for 2.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that these fortune cookies have something to them. It's all about repeated. What does Kenny always say? Repeatability.
Yeah, exactly.
Repeatability.
You're right.
I mean, this is science.
That is. This means something to somebody. I guarantee it.
But
oh shoot.
Let's see. There was something that caught my attention. I don't remember what it was.
Andrew's like, yeah. So it doesn't mean anything to Andrew. He's like, what the hell does that even mean?
Well, the location. That first night we were there, we went to go to bed, and it honestly felt like there was something not very fucking nice in that room with us where we were sleeping. Well, Dawn and I where we were sleeping. I wasn't
cuddling with them.
No, he was not. No.
Were you in the crib beside the bed?
He was not in between us or anything like that. But
I think there is something to. So, like, let's say you and Dawson are sitting in that room right now, and you guys just have a massive argument, and then 2 minutes later, I come into the room. You get that feeling that something something bad just happened there. Like, and I think that's kind of the feeling you get in some of the locations. It's like it's just like a sense, like something.
Like it's basically like your body
not normal.
Your body just your body and mind's alerted to something that you just kind of has. I'm not saying like that's a psychic ability or anything like that, but I mean, I think everybody has that intuition. Like when you go somewhere, like to somebody's house, and you can feel the fucking tension in the air because those two motherfuckers were fighting.
Yep.
And you can feel it.
Yep.
Without anybody saying anything, you can just feel that tension.
Beardo, that was a Matt Rife joke in one of his skits. He was talking to some lady in the crowd about ghosts, and the lady goes, "My aunt's a medium," and he goes, "No, that bitch a large." It was funny as hell.
I'm an extra large. I'm a double XL.
I finally got.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is something to the feelings of places, and I've said this before. There's a very specific house I went to. The stories about this place were insane. If I was to ever be like guided to feel something, that wasn't actually there, if I was ever to have something happen and just be like so ready to accept it, it would have been there, because the stories I was being told, I was like very excited. I believed it all because I've known these people like my whole life, and I never felt anything the entire time in there. We didn't hear any noises, no devices, literally nothing. There was no feeling or nothing, and I was like, it proved it to myself at least. Nobody else has to believe me, but I was like, okay, like I believe that this was probably centered around the person, because they were a teenager, and there was a lot of poltergeist stuff going on, and I was like, this was probably centered around this person, and it's gone. It's not here, because I felt nothing, and it just kind of confirmed it for me that like, okay, maybe you really can feel some of this stuff.
Yeah. And a lot of times too, like some of the like I said, I know psychics that I do believe are legit. They'll go to places and be like, I don't think anything's here. You know what I mean? So it's I think the fake psychics, you can take them to, a McDonald's and it's going to be haunted as hell. Like every place they go, there's spirits everywhere. You know what I mean? It's just
they burn their hand in the fryer oil.
Yeah. I can't help but wonder if, and I kind of, I don't know if we lose the ability, but I think you can, I think you can train, like, I think you can advance abilities if you have them, if you choose to. And now I'm going to lose all my subs.
Pinky has a question. Have any of you had an actual paranormal experience? I've had a few. When I say a few, I don't mean like 20 or 30 or anything like that. But I've had a few. Some of them I question.
Dawson, go ahead and answer that.
I have.
I'm trying to find it.
I have, and I 100% believe them, and I think I did my due diligence to try to figure out if it was or wasn't, and I know for a fact I've had a few at least that are absolutely impossible, but yet happen somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've definitely had a few. I mean, I've talked about them on the show. I mean, I can briefly say it because people that come in here and watch every week probably get tired of hearing them. But the shadow figure that walked in front of the TV and blocked the TV out, I know you guys have both heard that story. And then another one was when that thing came up and spoke right in my ear, behind me, and there was no one there, and it wasn't an outside voice. So, yeah, I've definitely had a few for sure. And that's kind of what keeps me coming back to doing this. You know what I mean? Because it's not every time we go somewhere something happens. It's that once in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I'm very blessed to have the experiences that I've had. Like, there's plenty of people that have been doing this for 10 times longer than me and haven't had the amount of experiences I've had. Was every single one of them paranormal? Maybe not. I believe they were, but there's a few that I just will completely stand behind. Like, that was absolutely something impossible that happened. Like, it's impossible, but somehow it is possible because it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's funny. Confucius say man who walks through airport terminal sideways is going to Bangkok. That's funny. Joe and I had a cool experience at our first investigation, and that guy passed away today who watched over that place. Joe, do you want to expand?
Bear from Octagon Hall. He passed away earlier today.
Okay.
Bear, he was a great dude. Like, they call him Bear, but he was a very, very sweet man. Very sweet man. And I did a podcast with them, and we were talking about, certain YouTubers going to their place and claiming demons and things like that. But Bear was, I hate that he died.
Yeah. See you later, Beardo. Thanks for joining. We had sorry. I was going to say, we had a guy like that in Michigan. He he bought the 6th precinct. It was a police station, like
Right.
it's in the hood, dude. Like,
Yeah, I know it is.
it's scary.
Remember,
But,
I'm a Michigan boy.
yeah, but he was just one of those guys, and we only met him once. We talked to him a few times on live streams and things like that, but we only actually shook his hand one time. Sometimes some of these guys that own these places, or even not just even own haunted locations, but he was just such an impactful guy. His outlook on life was just amazing. Like if he made $25, he was going to go buy, 5 plugs and 10 feet of wire, and he was going to improve that property by $25 that day. Like, he just had such a awesome outlook on his project for what he was doing. And he did say, he goes, he didn't buy the place to have it as a paranormal location, but he said the paranormal community was a godsend to him. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
you better
they're
be
so
careful
supportive.
with her because she's fucking vicious. I'm not even playing.
This is gonna be funny. I hope
so sweet.
Like, she'll sit there and be all sweet like that, and then
I had a
she'll
cat like that.
fuck you up.
This is gonna be funny. Everybody, just pay attention to Dawson real quick. Oh, he didn't get.
Joe scared me, so
He didn't get attacked.
I
Damn.
didn't want my face to get ripped off.
Oh shit. So what do you guys got coming up that you can talk about? Any videos coming out or anything like that?
No, I've just been working on one. I got to get back to the Monroe House at some point. I got to do stuff for members. There is an investigation coming up, but the only reason why we're doing that investigation is because it's fucking cheap.
The theater?
Yeah. And really nothing after that. We're kind of just kicking around some ideas. Because I mean, we're still trying to recover from last year. Because, like,
Yeah,
you
guys spent a lot of money doing that shit last year.
Believe me, it becomes an awful lot of ramen noodle eating and things like that for me.
Yeah.
But I do want to go to Florida. I do want to.
Dawson does too. Oops, that wasn't the one. I mean, nothing against the 2-ply comment, but that's not what I meant to highlight. You dogs need to leave me the hell alone, because I got fortune cookies out, man. They just keep pawing at me. Like, you don't need a treat every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I do plan on going to see and investigate Robert the Doll at some point this year.
Yeah.
I'm hoping at some point this year as well, I'll be able to host Joe and Dawn, if she's able to, and go to Harriman Hospital. They've already been, but I want to go, and hopefully I can host this time because I've been bumming it off everybody for too long. But yeah, I don't really have too much planned right now. Right now I'm trying to make money and save money. I got to deal with my tooth. That's pretty much it.
Yep. Yeah, I'd love to go to England, but guys, goddamn,
it would be cool.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's
Don't
also
be a treat.
hopefully before the end of 2025. I'll at least have the trip planned, if not already be going there. Because England, I have about 5 places I really want to go to there.
Yep. The thing is, like, if I were to go there, I don't like. I would like to do an investigation, maybe too, but I don't want to spend my whole time ghost hunting. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go check it out. Like, I've never been to Europe, or
Yeah, if I was to do something like
time ghost hunting.
Yeah, of course, it'd be cool to investigate a place out there, but also I want to check out the sites. And to the one comment that was made, I'll say something because I don't think
I
it's going to go anywhere. Anyways, no, it was about the Haunted Hill House. I'll say something about it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we did go to the Haunted Hill House, and they're the ones who are suing Dawn and I.
Breaking news, everybody. I don't think you've said that publicly yet.
And
here first on Boo Productions.
Because I was able to find information on the stories. And I was able to debunk the stories. And when I started putting stuff out there, they put they had their attorney send me plus Dawn a cease and desist letter. And then I knew immediately, I knew before then I was going to, because this is how it has to work. They have to at least send a cease and desist letter. And then from there, they can then go ahead and file the paperwork for a lawsuit. Before I got the cease and desist letter, and I'll say her name too, I don't give a shit. Natalie Jones from Paraflix got a hold of me, asking me if I was served, that they were going to sue, and I should, do all these things, say, that I was wrong, and basically kiss ass. And I did go live, but I wasn't about to say that I was wrong.
Yep. Oh, I'd say I was wrong if I was wrong.
If I was wrong, I'm wrong.
But you're not wrong.
No, I am not wrong. And Jeff,
Right.
you've also seen the work, and it wasn't just me who did the research.
Yep.
There were other people involved as well. I won't say their names. One of them is here in chat right now. And so
when you guys see it, you're going to be blown away. Like
after that phone call, I knew immediately. I knew immediately, and I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. So we got the cease. Well, it was sent to me, the cease and desist letter.
Yeah,
and then I was waiting because what I believe. Now I'm just saying my opinion here. What I believe is they wanted me to take that stuff down so it would get deleted, permanently removed. That way there wasn't any evidence. And then go ahead and come after me for so they're claiming defamation. They're claiming loss of business, which is not true. We can prove that. They're claiming that we maliciously, what's the word I'm looking for? Caused them fucking harm or whatever, fucking emotional distress or
mental
whatever the
stress.
fuck it is. That got the judge threw that out.
Good.
And we have.
Well, and you could, and to be fair too, if you would have had to fight that argument, you definitely had proof to show that was bullshit. If I'm right, with screenshots and things like that.
Yeah, not just that, but I mean, the factual information going through census records and just a lot of the other things. And like I said, it wasn't just me, it was other people.
Yep.
Sorry, they're trying to prevent me from putting videos out on the location. Again, it's just to shut me down.
Yeah.
We literally have fucking proof. Literally. We already know about the postcard thing, right? They posted a picture claiming, oh, it's this guy standing in front of the house. Here's the fucking backstory. And if nobody believes in fucking miracles, I'm like, you're crazy. Because it was an absolute fucking miracle,
right? That
we even found what we found. Like, I asked, because I was trying to find something. I absolutely asked this place to help me find this certain photo. And the following day, they got back to me with a link that went to eBay. And there it was. And Dawn bought it. She bought it. And it was posted 4 hours earlier that day that we had seen it.
Yep. That is definitely crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, holy fuck. And then this is going to sound really weird, but it almost seems as if this dude's fucking ghost was out there going, hey, you
are psychic,
help me out here or whatever. Not like in the sense of it came through devices or psychic ability or anything like that. It was just,
it was fake.
It was weird. It was like, It really seemed like this was like a voice from the dead.
Jesus
Like,
Christ! Now you're gonna
wanting
learn
to be
lose subs.
exonerated.
You're gonna lose subs now too.
I just want to say there's a lot of people saying like, oh, well, you can get it dismissed. Should I say that or
Say whatever.
I mean,
They're probably not going to see this
don't
anyways.
want it?
Yeah,
to be
we're nobody. No one's.
because
They actually
once it-
they fucking blocked me because I made a comment in your live that one day. So I'm blocked from that.
They blocked other owners of locations too.
Crazy. Sorry, Dawson.
they blocked me, but yeah. So you want it to go through. You want it on record with proof of what they're trying to say versus what can Joe prove, what can Dawn, a lawyer, whatever. You want it to go.
No, I don't want it. Like, I absolutely, and same thing with Dawn. We do not want it dismissed.
Right.
The emotional bullshit stuff, that's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But like the rest of it, we absolutely 100% don't want it dismissed.
Mhm.
We want a judgment on it.
Yep. And
Like
two ply, just tell them you know Joe Vitale and they'll hook you up with the VIP.
Yeah,
treatment.
they'll hook you up. They'll probably give you a discount of stay the fuck home.
Yeah, they'll set you up at a Motel 6 and and you'll have a great night.
I mean, to apply if you go, just let me know.
But don't mention Joe, obviously.
Do not fucking mention me.
In fact, you should probably unfriend Joe and unsubscribe.
Yeah, just unfriend
in
me.
case they look.
I'll understand. I'll totally understand. A temporary, block or whatever. I'll. You can be the Judas, and I'll be your Jesus.
Wow, listen, and you talked about Beardo's ego earlier. You're calling yourself Jesus.
Oh yeah, two-ply. I may be able to give you a free pass if you go there. I don't know.
Oh, you got passes? Yeah, Dawson's got passes to hand out.
Yeah.
Oh
Dawson's
man, I
got
hope
free
people.
passes.
I hope people don't watch this. We're gonna get in trouble. We stepped on some toes this evening. But I've said about that whole situation. Yes, I'm going to make Golden Boy jokes and free pass jokes. I said this, I think last week or the week before. I didn't hate his video. I hated the title, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Like the title disgusted me. I don't hate the dude, but we're going to make jokes about Golden Boy and free passes and now Golden Balls. Isn't that what Bill said?
I guess it's Golden Balls too, which I almost think I like more than Golden Boy.
I kind of do too.
Who the fuck came up with golden balls?
That was Beardo earlier.
Oh, it's Beardo? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. I thought that was
He's
just
also the motherfucker that called me Flash Gordon. Well, he didn't. He said, "Why is Flash Gordon on my screen?" Because that's what the AI thumbnail of
So-
me.
Did anybody see Paranormal Monkey podcast's thumbnail for his guest today? It was Kev Kerr, but to me, dude, that looked like David Gilmour. I was gonna comment on there, but I didn't want to insult. I think his name's Kev Kerr, but I was gonna comment like, "Holy shit, you got David Gilmour to come on your show."
But dude's video. I don't understand why, and then he plays the video and Dawson explains why. And there was just no point to it or anything like that. And then he claims that I came in his comments sideways, which God, I don't even know why people say like shit like that. Oh, you coming at me sideways. No, it's coming at you straight fucking head.
Hey, I just want to say that after the last thing that I posted, there was a few back and forths, but eventually there was an apology made. There was hey, can we put this to bed and just move on?
Yeah.
And I said yes.
But we can still make Golden
because
Boy.
that's not because to be completely honest, I don't really give a fuck. I don't like being accused of things that I didn't do. But there was an apology. There was, hey, let's just put this to bed. I said yes. So I wish him nothing but the best.
And that whole situation seemed like it went way farther than it had to.
Right.
It just like it didn't. It just I don't know, man. It blew up, but didn't need to. It whatever. We probably should stop talking about it unless you guys got something else you want to say.
Yeah. Well, just real quick.
I'm not trying to add to the.
Right. No, my thing is though is
tomorrow.
Yeah.
On Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I don't.
No, my thing is that I wasn't coming into his comments sideways. I was just like, it was very neutral.
Well, you're very blunt. Like there's no, if and I'm not saying this is the intent of your comment.
I mean, fuck, it could have been about Dawson. Like, if I don't like what I see, it could have been a video about Dawson.
But you don't
shitting on him or something.
You don't sugarcoat stuff. You don't add a lot of words. You come in and say what you say, and that's it. You know.
He's mean.
No, he's just very blunt and to the point. Let's see, Dawson. Now you're the golden guy. I think I like golden balls better.
Hell yeah.
And like I'll like if he goes live, I'll pop in or whatever and say some shit. Like, not say some shit as in talk shit, but
yeah,
motherfucker. Yeah, just stop it all like pissed off.
Yeah. No, I mean I go in his lives. He watches our lives sometimes too, and it's like I said, there's no. I got no hate, nothing. I just but I did, whatever. So I asked you guys what your guys are going to be working on. So my next video, did Dawson and Joe, did either of you guys grow up going to church? Well, Dawson, you're too young for this question, actually. Not for that question, but for where it's going to lead. Did you grow up going to church, Joe?
Yeah. But not like every single Sunday, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many sermons about backward masking did you sit through?
Backwards masking?
Yeah, in rock music, and how it's all tied to the satanic panic and the
oh god, yeah, you wouldn't know anything about that.
Dawson's way too young for that shit.
Dude, your mom and I probably dated in high school at that point in time. No, I'm kidding.
That was the best your mama joke I've heard in a while.
No, I'm kidding. I did not know his mom. I'm assuming we're the same age. Maybe she's a little older. I don't know.
She's probably a little younger.
He doesn't even know how old his mom is.
Oh shit, that's funny.
But yeah, I do remember that, and I remember them talking about like certain toys, like
Dungeons and Dragons. That was
Dungeons
bad.
and Dragons, the
He-Man.
Care Bears, He-Man.
Yep. Well, so the next video that I'm going to do, we're going to go into that. I realized I went back and looked at some of the stuff that, like when I was going to school, like that is Led Zeppelin, and they're talking about Satan backwards in their music. And so I went back and looked up some of those clips. And when you close your eyes and don't listen to what they tell you, it says it's just audio pareidolia. It's the same bullshit we deal with all the time in the paranormal world. It's just once the power of suggestion, once they put the words on the screen, that's what you hear.
So we're gonna at least resemble it though. That's the
but
audio pareidolia isn't just like the fix all. Just you can't just listen to pure static, and it's like it has to at least somewhat resemble that.
Right,
your brain's putting it together.
But then there was one too where this guy was mocking people that were saying it said this and that. So he made up. It was a whole line of a Led Zeppelin song backwards, and he put the most ridiculous shit in there, and even talked about Barney, the dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
And when you read it, that's what you heard, and it's like, it was crazy.
I remember too, vaguely, like they did a thing on the Smurfs, right? Oh, what did the Smurfs represent? And remember, with the Smurfs, there's only one female. So that's representing homosexuality, and the Smurfs are blue with black lips. That represents death, or so. I can't even remember.
There's so many things that they did.
But I, as a kid, you really don't know better, really.
Yep.
But when you grow up and you're like, no, it was just a stupid fucking cartoon. Like it didn't represent. Nowadays, certain cartoons though,
They
like
did some shit.
they did, in
Yeah.
the 90s, Ren and Stimpy and
Yeah.
some of the other cartoons. Yeah, it was a little different.
Yep.
But I remember as a kid the toys, and it was a short run of the cartoon Humanoids. You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, they're like, you had like these big fucking toys of these humanoid looking
Yep.
like creatures, monsters or whatever. They're like, oh, this one represents Satan. He comes from the volcanoes and da 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 da. And I'm like, and here I am with this humanoid toy going, oh fuck, this is
I'm
going in
to
the
hell.
trash. My parents are gonna throw this in the trash. And somebody's like, holy shit. And that was a really weird time. I mean, even Ozzy, like people were trying to blame Ozzy for somebody self-deleting themselves. They're like, oh, if you play this song backwards, listen, you hear him say shoot, shoot, shoot. And it's like,
Dee Snider went to congressional hearings about it because remember Tipper Gore really started a jihad against rock music. And that being said, there was a lot of satanic influence in metal music back in the day. Like, I think a lot of them were just goofing around. Like they didn't know anything about Satanism. It was cool to sing about the devil, hell's bells, shout at the devil, all that shit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Right.
It was a thing where it was a shock factor. Like, oh my, like people didn't like listen to like stuff like that because they were like super, super into it. I mean, there were people who were, but the majority of the people who listened to it because like it was a shock factor. Like, did you hear this song? Oh my God, check it out. And they play it.
Well, they also started to do it on purpose too after a while.
Yep.
Once it gained traction, they were like, we have to actually put in like a hidden message.
Yeah. Well, and I think Prince was one that did it too. He put something, he recorded a track and then put it in backwards, and it says something to the effect of, why are you looking for the devil when you should be looking for the Lord? Like it was a total spoof on these guys that were doing that shit. But there's actually, that was another thing I found is there's a lot of accounts where, some of these bands were putting backward tracks in on purpose, but none of it was, the devil stuff. It was all, for the sound effect. The Beatles did it quite a bit. They played like, a solo, but then when they put it in the song, a guitar solo, they put it in backwards because they liked the way it sounded and the effect. Pink Floyd did it.
I have effects on my guitar, like with Evil on Earth.
Yeah.
Like I'm using like some backward effects and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I'm just trying to see what comments people are saying. But yeah, so I looked into that Saturday and I was like, yeah, that's going to be my next video because that was I sat through so many sermons about how, the album 2112 by Rush, where the guy's going like this to the pentagram. And, we were told that, yes, he's embracing the pentagram. He's going to it and it's a satanic album. And it's like, no, it's not. It's about a dude in the future that finds a fucking guitar and learns how to play it. And he's wondering why we can't play guitars anymore. That's what 2112 is about. It has nothing to do with anything satanic. It's just crazy.
Right. But, growing up in that time, and the other funny thing too is that's when Striper like just came out of nowhere and blew up.
My first concert.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Oh, come on, man. They were kick ass back in the day.
I'm gonna watch what I say about that. It was lame. Like
they were very cheesy. Yeah, the yellow.
They were like, look at us. We're in yellow and black. Look at us. We're Striper. And the hell with the devil. And it's like, you guys are banging more chicks and doing more drugs.
Yep.
I will say though, and this isn't a diss on religion or anything, but if people would have just left things alone, and because it was the religious that started the satanic panic, there'd probably be a hell of a lot less satanic shit going on if they would have just not made everything satanic. Because you get the rebellious, and then people want to rebel,
right?
So then they start doing it. So if they would have just not came out with that stuff.
Yep.
And left it alone, like there'd probably be significantly less.
Yep. I agree with that for sure.
Well, to that, Dawson, and you can do this yourself too. When I come across somebody who's like a pagan or a Wiccan or whatever, which I don't give a shit about people's religious beliefs. It's a personal thing. I find that most of them end up, taking on, that belief or identifying with that belief because they had a bad experience with Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a bad experience. So what is the other side to, Christianity is, Wiccan, witchcraft or being a witch, whatever, or paganism, things like that. And I find that interesting because I always say people believe what they believe through their own personal experiences. And you can have a bad experience that'll send you off, believing something else, which whatever. Like I said, I don't give a shit what people believe in as long as they're fucking cool. I could care less. But I mean, this is the thing that happens.
Yeah. And I'm, I have my religious beliefs, but I'm not a fan of church as it is today. I'm just not a big fan at all. It's all about money and
creeps me out.
I do remember. Oh, this is funny. I was a kid. There was this church that my grandmother went to, and of course we went to as well. And the pastor was talking about rock music and how it was evil and rap music and things like that. And not that the color of the skin of this lady was important, but she was a black woman. And she did not like what the pastor had to say. She got up, started saying a bunch of shit to him, and walked out.
Yeah.
She leaves. He's like, whew. He's like, well, the devil was here today. And he just walked out. Praise the Lord, hallelujah, kind of thing. Real angelic type of Christians,
and some of them so goddamn, I shouldn't even say this. The people,
probably don't.
I'm not giving my opinion on the topic whatsoever, but like the abortion thing, and I don't even want you guys to even give your opinions on it because that's not where we're going with this. But the thing is, the Christians, the people that are anti-abortion believe that it's murder. That's why they're so passionate about what their opinion is. And that's all I'm saying about that. I'm just saying that they're not trying to make your choices for you. They full-heartedly believe that it's murder. So, but a lot of religious beliefs are that way. They're not, I mean, some of them are definitely trying to be assholes, but a lot of them, like, they really think like, I need to save you from going to hell. That's why I'm going to give you,
I'm trying to save your soul.
Exactly. Like,
it's literally like, you can't save anybody.
Right.
Like, they have to do it themselves.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And obviously
that's what I thought it said.
Yep. And obviously, like I said, the intention isn't always good, but there is a lot of times where the intention is good. It's just the delivery is bad. You know what I mean?
But I find this funny. Not haha funny. Damn. But I find it funny that those who, they're pro-life and, it's murder and things like that. They care, but once that child is born, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, these people having fucking kids. We got our tax dollars got to go pay and take care of these fucking. Well, what happened to your pro-life stance there? And I mean, didn't Jesus help people out as well? No, no. After the birth, now it becomes
Dawson's like, fuck, I'm out.
Now all of a sudden it becomes
we just mixed two things in one that we should never ever talk about. That's politics and religion.
Well, I mean,
I think
every religion has its beauty and the absolute ugly.
Mm-hmm. My thought is this: like, I don't impose my religion upon people, but I do warn people. Like, if you ask me, don't hate me for what my answer is. You know what I mean? Like, if and I don't come at people when they ask me stuff. Like, I don't, start preaching the Bible. But if you ask me my opinion, I'm going to give you my honest thoughts on it. Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm a fucking guy.
Since when did this paranormal
That's all
show?
I'm gonna say.
If I had to bleed out of my dick once a month,
Wait, what?
You would be dead. We'd all be dead.
us men could not handle that shit. I'll say that right now. Giving birth, I mean, I don't know what it's like to have that, but like, I mean, I guess shitting out a baby, like, fuck that.
I mean, you do know it doesn't come from their buttholes, right?
I understand. But
okay, just making sure.
I know I have a butthole, so.
I'm just kidding. Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, we're definitely treading on thin water. We should. So has anybody seen The Crown?
Yeah.
No, so yeah, that's my next video. Is that I guess my bad experience with religion back in the day.
Oh.
Is
I thought it was about that other topic.
Oh no,
like,
hell no, dude. I used to be that guy.
I know. I just thought of something.
What I was gonna say. Oh, he muted himself. No, but I was gonna say I used to be that guy on Facebook that argued politics all the time, and I'm done with that shit. I pay attention a little bit, but I'm not a political junkie, talk radio all the time guy like I used to be. I could give two shits about any of that crap anymore. Man, he went all full mute on that conversation.
Yeah, you guys don't want to know.
That was
I mean, it wasn't fucking horrific or anything like that. It was just I thought of something. I'm like,
did you tell him where babies came from?
Okay, so I do want to say, guys, I know that babies don't come out of a butthole. I know the crane, the stork, whatever brings the baby.
That's right.
You guys don't have to tell me that they don't come out of butthole.
We got to clip that line and use it somewhere. That is one of the.
I heard a different story where babies come from, but okay.
Oh shit.
Well, when two people are in love.
I've never heard this story. My mom never told me the birds and the bees. Could you tell me, Joe?
my birds and bees talk was like one sentence. Just keep it in your pants until you get married.
Did they teach you guys at school how to like put on condoms and all that?
Dude, I went to a Baptist school. No, hell no. We didn't talk.
They taught us. They taught us all of it on how to, you got to squeeze, the top and, because the air or whatever,
have you ever seen
it'll break and not to double up because the friction will break it. Like they taught us all of that.
Have you ever seen the serial numbers on the bottom of condoms?
Oh no! Usually, whenever I'm putting one on, I'm not in the mood to read.
He hasn't rolled it down far enough.
I was gonna say that's not. I knew where you were going.
That's an old joke.
Yeah.
I knew Jeff would get that one.
Actually, put them on there.
No.
Oh
Could
shit!
you imagine? This rubber broke with serial number on it.
Yeah.
Hang on, it's kind of clean it off a little bit.
Is that kind of like the jokes where it's like, have you ever seen that clown in Walmart that hides from gay people? And then everyone, oh no, I haven't seen it. And it's like, oh yeah.
I fell right into that, didn't I? Oh shit.
But
but I disagree with what you learned in health class. There are definitely instances where you should double bag it. I'm just saying.
No, it is more likely to break.
If she's ugly enough, you need to double
yeah,
bag.
I don't give a shit what you learned in school.
In that case, then you probably shouldn't be doing it at all. I guess if you got to double bag it, but
I agree with that statement too.
The friction will rub together and break it easier.
Dawson, are you offering these classes on your channel?
Yeah, it'll be on my Patreon.
You can learn about the storks and
follow me for more
I'll
love
tell
advice.
you guys all about the storks, what breed is more likely to be able to hold a baby and carry it over a long distance.
See you,
tell you about ovulation.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's the first
For
time
us, yeah.
ovulation has ever been said on this live stream and this channel.
I mean, basically, we learn, the basics in sex ed, but apparently it's a lot crazier and more detailed now than it was back then.
Well, I think now they show porn.
I was in a parenting class and they were like, hey, if you don't want to watch this, like turn away now. And I'm like, why? And then I look up and I will tell you, I've seen Childbirth in real life. It looked nothing like that video. That video was scary. It was so messed up. I'm like,
it had special effects.
Happening? It was awful.
You mean to tell me that thing stretches that fucking far?
Yeah. And then
dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Robert born, my youngest son, because I adopted my older one, but the youngest, that scared me. I took one peek and I almost went down.
Yeah, my firstborn, we were in the hospital. This is all new to me and shit. And Jeff, you and I both know we are useless in the delivery room. Like, there's really no point in us being there at all, other than to get fucking abused.
Yeah.
And talk shit to and things like that. Right.
Yeah, I took a 5-minute nap and I was told that you slept the entire night. It's like, no, I didn't. I fucking dozed off for 5 minutes. Like, oh yeah.
Like, I at one point the kid's mother's like, if you think I'm having another one of your babies, you're crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, it's fine with me, I guess. Yep. And then I go to look up at the time. Just real quick, look at the time, look back, and my kid's mother's like, I'm over here having your baby and you're watching the Olympics, the Winter Olympics or whatever.
It's funny.
I'm like, no, I went to look at the time. And then when it came time for my daughter to be, born and shit like that, like the doctor's like, hey, you want to look? I'm like, sure. And then I see, I'm like, nah, that does not look fucking normal. Like, nope.
Right. See, now they should maybe show that in sex ed class.
I was like,
I don't want a lot less teen pregnancies.
I just want to say that whenever my daughter was being born, I'm freaking out, obviously. And
I was too.
I'm just staring wide-eyed. And this nurse next to me goes, hey, are you going to pass out? And I'm like, I don't know. You're the nurse. You tell me. Am I? And she looks at me and like checks me out and goes, bend your knees. I was like, what? I didn't pass out, but at that point, I was like half focused on what was going on directly in front of me. And the other half was like, don't pass out and like headbutt your child as it comes out or something, which is, I think, why she told me to bend my knees.
But yeah,
watch weird stream here from church to sex.
And then my son being born, the doctor was like, hey, you want to watch? I'm like, nope, I'm good. I've already seen it. I'm good. I did not want to. People are like, oh, childbirth is beautiful.
No,
I don't know what
the fuck.
I don't know what the fuck you were watching.
That's right. But that's somebody that like smoked weed before they went and watched it or something, because that is not beautiful.
This shit looked like something from the fucking movie Aliens. Okay, no.
My daughter's mother wouldn't let me play Fortnite on the hospital room TV after. Like, not during, obviously. I'm not like a fucking piece of shit. But
hang on,
like,
you took your Xbox to the hospital?
No, it was a PS4.
Well, whatever.
He took his fucking PS4.
You took your PS4 to the hospital?
She would let us watch movies, but like when she went to sleep and I tried to play Fortnite, she woke up and was like, don't play that shit.
That was the beginning right there. That tells you right there what happens when you have children.
Yeah.
You can't do shit. As soon as you turn something on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But
I swear the PlayStation beep can pull a woman out of the deepest slumber.
Oh shit, that's funny.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Ugh. And then with my daughter, to the firstborn, like the nurses and doctors thought I was going to pass out. What happened was I went to step back, but there was a stool behind me. So I kind of like hit that a little back or a little bit. And I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, it's like right down the bed. Like, oh my God, are you okay? You going to pass out? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I just bumped into this. I'm good. But it was also, I learned really quickly what it was like to be a dad in a matter of seconds, because my daughter, she had inhaled fluid and stuff like that.
Oh,
so they had to rush her off. They're like, all right, threw my daughter down, my wife, give her a kiss, whatever. Here you go. You kissed, gone. And she stayed in the hospital for a week.
They charge you for skin to skin when they put the baby on like the mother's chest right after birth. They charge you money for that.
Why? Like,
because they charge you for everything.
What is the charge called?
They rename it. It's not called skin to skin, but it's called like immediate after birth contact. Like, they make it try to sound all fancy, but yeah, they charge you.
I need proof of this. I need to see a hospital bill.
I believe it.
I do too, unfortunately. I do believe you, but like that.
Yeah, I understand.
Someone needs to make a video on that shit, because that is wrong.
There's plenty of TikToks about it, of them showing their medical bill, and like they'll charge you for this one probably makes sense, but if somebody has to come in and help you like understand how breastfeeding works or whatever, they'll charge you every time. I don't know, you got to pull the baby out to put it on your nipple.
Jesus Christ, that is sick. And the balls for them to like itemize that too. That's just as bad. Like, call it something, I don't know, one category, and put all those charges under there. But to itemize it like that is crazy.
I wanted the placenta, but they wouldn't let us have it. I thought that was bullshit.
Good, you don't need it.
It's really good for you. I wanted my daughter to stay connected with the placenta for I forget what it was at the time. I knew, but for an extended period of time after she was born, because there's studies that show that if you leave it attached, you don't cut the cord right away, it can help with ADHD and like other sorts of stuff, because you'll basically drain the nutrients out. You'll get all of them instead of So, but they wouldn't let us. You had to cut it, and they wouldn't let me keep it because I wanted it.
Wayne, that's
you can eat it. Yeah.
Well, it goes to a lab and make sure that there's a lot of testing that gets done on it too. I totally have forgotten about the whole placenta part. So after my daughter came out, you cut the cord, which the cord was not easy to cut. It was like cutting through steak just about. I was really surprised. I wasn't expecting that, but
it's about to get loud in here. Keep going.
And then, of course, they pull the placenta out, and they throw it in a tray.
You hear this shit from, Dawson? Where do you hear the shit from?
She's been listening to us.
Which stuff about eating the placenta? It's good for you.
I don't know. She apparently been listening on her way home.
Also, I didn't know that you had to give birth to the placenta. Like, I thought it just no. You actually have to get it out after too.
That part is a blur to me. I just don't remember it.
I actually did see that part, a little bit of it. I was like, no, thank you. But they put it in this fucking tray thing.
I'm gonna get Dana hooked up. Keep talking.
Yeah, they do put it in a little tray.
I'll just go ahead and continue on with the story. But yeah, they put it in a tray, and we're standing around, and ex-wife now, kids' mother's getting sewn up and shit like that. I'm just roaming around the room like, holy fuck, this just happened kind of thing. Like, holy shit. And I see the placenta in the tray, and I'm like, ew.
It's like a Salisbury steak.
I was like, that's fucking nasty.
Jeff probably just heard me say that.
But yeah, I just seen it and I was like, I don't even know why. I was like, I gotta touch it. Just like
I was
like-
super excited because I wanted to, because you can like dry it and put it in capsules and eat it. Especially if you're a mother breastfeeding, the nutrients are supposed to be really good. So but the hospital we went to, they're like, no, we can't do that, because some hospitals will let you, but this hospital was like, no, we have to get rid of it because it's an organ, and there's some like red tape about it. But you don't just like eat it straight out of the pan.
Y'all are in trouble now.
Get down.
I'm gonna step out just real quick.
Oh, Dawson's running away.
I want to
Yeah, sure.
It's not because Dana jumped on. I'll be right back.
No,
Dawson's
I was laughing
You need your mic.
I was laughing because I just turned it on to see if you guys were still on. And then I saw it was Joe with Dawson in the background. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, Joe, you let him in your house?
He's got his adopted son with him. Okay, that's not the issue.
I know.
Okay.
I'm getting it.
She's learning how to adjust the mic stand like a real rocker.
Right.
Yeah, we went from talking about the devil to religion, politics to birth somehow. I don't know.
well, we treaded lightly on politics.
Yeah, very lightly.
Well,
yes.
it was funny because I just dropped my mom off. And I said, oh, I'll get on.
Did she hear us talking about that shit?
No.
Okay.
So
thank
I
God.
was like, I'll let me pop on and see if you
Thank
guys
Jesus.
are on, still on by the time I get home. And the first thing I saw was Dawson. I saw Joe. I'm like, oh, cool. And I'm like, wait a minute. Because I was driving at the time. So, and I was coming up to the light. So I just looked at my phone real quick and I'm like, that's Dawson in the background. I'm like, oh boy. And then I heard the skin to skin part. I'm like, they do charge for random stuff. The skin to skin, it's not that they charge for the skin to skin. It's that they charge for like supplies and stuff like to make.
But it's been a long time since you've had a kid versus when Dawson's had a kid, so maybe things have changed.
No, because like for the when I was there, for if you had to have a breastfeeding consult, you got charged for breastfeeding consult. But it's just, well, and this is something too. Every state is different how they do charges and that too. But the placenta thing, Dawson.
You're deep shit.
It's good. It's good for you.
No, a placenta is good for you, but you should not eat your own child's placenta.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you're supposed to.
Oh my God, this stream's getting banned.
The mother is supposed to. The guys aren't really supposed to. But I wanted to try.
Yeah, we're supposed to eat the deer heart after we
You're
shoot,
probably one of
shoot
those
it.
people that tried breast milk too.
Yeah, I did.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, this.
I have
no,
too, but it wasn't on purpose.
I apologize to my daughter's mother. But I just want to say, for putting this out there. But she started lactating way too early because, anyways, I ended up with milk in my mouth, and I was like, "How is this possible? The baby is only like 5 months in the stomach or whatever."
That's a very diplomatic way to say it.
So yeah, I was just like, oh shit. So she had to start like pumping or whatever, like way early. And I'll tell you right now, it didn't taste like milk.
No, it does not.
It doesn't taste like milk. No,
It was like sour water.
Oh.
Yeah, people don't realize.
I was kind of hoping
milk,
for like French
breast
vanilla.
milk is not. Yeah, I
I
once
just
was
thought of something. Hang on.
okay.
Okay, apparently we got muted. They keep doing their little sidebar conversations and then they giggle like motherfuckers and we don't know what they said. That's not fair. They're about pissing themselves laughing right now. Uh-oh. You're muted. I don't know what the hell they just said, but apparently that shit was funny. But we don't get to
I
hear.
can only imagine what they are talking about right now, and I got a feeling I know what it is.
Are you trying to read lips?
No, but I'm like, shame on you, Dawson. Just shame on you.
I didn't say it.
No, but you had to put, because of what you did, it put the thought in Joe's head. So shame on you, Dawson. Shame on you.
It did. It put the
Yeah,
thought in
because
the
I already
Tell you
can,
after the stream.
I didn't. Okay,
I
so
already can know what that conversation
I can
was without
see
even
people-
hearing it.
I can see people chatting. I just want to let you guys know. No, I'm not like a fucking weirdo that like kept sucking on the titties. I just thought. I thought. Whoa, like it's sweaty right now or something because it tastes like sour water, like almost kind of like sweat. And then I realized what happened, and that was the end of it.
Oh shit!
Forever, pretty much. It wasn't like a hey,
Oh,
you know, it's
Dawson.
almost time for
Dawson,
bed.
Dawson,
Let me get my
Dawson.
fucking fix. The rest of it.
Just wait until after the stream. You think that was funny?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What
Oh
Joe
my
said,
goodness.
well,
God damn.
Dana may not like it, but Jeff
Oh, Jesus.
Well, maybe
Oh.
maybe she does.
yeah,
We
she
don't
might
know.
like it, yeah.
It is 2025. You never know these days.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That hurt.
Oh my god!
You're just-
Does anybody have any questions?
So, about the soup. No, we did not have. We don't do the soup on
yeah.
Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, whatever you said. We do not do the soup.
Yep. She asked. She called it something. Borscht.
Borscht. Yeah,
Okay.
but we don't
Yeah,
do
and
that.
I said we may have. I don't know the names.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Oh baby.
Oh, eat
pineapple.
What?
I don't even think we should go here.
I'm just I when I saw that, I just started laughing to myself because
I know where
Yeah.
you're going with this. Too,
yeah,
Bri.
there's
We're not
well,
even
we've
gonna go
had
there.
that. We've had a conversation about that before.
Yep, but we're not.
Pineapple
Yeah.
makes the other area.
Mhm.
Never mind. Anyways, so question
So how about
Dawson, side note, I can talk to you about that later.
that? Oops.
about what?
That's not exactly true, but
The
anyways.
pineapple.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not,
exactly-
but no, I can
But I'm
I
willing to try it for
I
science.
can tell. I'll talk to you later about. Yeah, we'll talk about that later, Dawson.
Yeah, I'll try the pineapple. I'll eat pineapple for science.
God,
See if it works. I mean, shit, we don't know.
My God.
It's like the spirit box. It's unproven.
you just got to keep trying it, Jeff.
Exactly. Fucking,
Oh
I'll
my
eat
gosh.
3 pineapples in a row if that's what it takes.
Oh my god!
I guess the pineapple is supposed to try to balance out the sourness.
No,
Well,
we're
yeah,
talking.
I know,
supposed-
I
Okay,
know, but I'm
okay.
just saying with his situation, it could have balanced out the sourness of his milk compared to.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
it
supposed to be for you
so
know
it
they
can come
say
through
it
that way
fixes,
too.
like pH balance.
Wait, is that pineapple juice?
What the fuck? How did you happen to have just randomly have pineapple juice sitting there? Jesus.
Oh, my
man.
God.
Somebody had a serious question here. Shell dust.
Oh,
So hey, on a serious note, what is something new we can all try? Just to try it. We're talking about it, the pineapple phenomena.
But
You
no.
can't use-
I mean,
okay,
if
this
you're
is-
talking paranormal, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's funny though because the pineapple, it's everybody thinks it's sweet, but it's actually bitter.
Yeah,
When
pineapple bad.
Yeah, pineapple's not good.
Drink French vanilla.
But there are some other things that you can do.
Joe is
So.
drinking pineapple juice for real.
no, I just like pineapple juice. Although it, oh god, it's not kind of my stomach.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
like cranberry juice. I know that
I
that's-
do.
Oh, I do too with vodka.
Yeah, no, what's the one I drink? This one blew Jeff away. When we first met, what did I drink cranberry juice with?
Oh shit, I feel like I should remember this, but don't.
Yeah, because everybody thought I was fucking crazy at that wedding. I drink cranberry and tequila.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it actually tastes
It
pretty
tastes
good.
really good.
I
And
I
what
like-
was that little Dawson?
It was
Are you
about
giving
what-
attitude?
It was about what Joe told me when I was muted.
I'm picturing it in my head again.
I was just picturing, like, and it took over.
Cree, I hope not at the same time.
We actually usually have pineapple juice and apple juice in the house just because
Because we're both diabetic.
because we're both diabetics and our sugar goes low.
And it's good for a sugar rush.
Wait, you mix Pepsi Zero and coffee?
I
Cree?
hope
Is that
not.
what you're saying?
I think that's what she's saying. She drinks. I can't. You can't mix Pepsi and coffee. It's impossible. It's
Ugh.
impossible. Crown and cranberry.
Crown apple and cranberry.
That
That
good.
probably sounds good.
I got a couple crown apple recipes that were quite tasty. Cranberry juice is good for your kidneys. Don't eat asparagus.
Yes, for sure. That one.
I do have a bottle of Pepsi Zero.
I am an asparagus. That's my zodiac symbol.
Say what? Is that even a zodiac symbol?
An asparagus, yeah.
Is it?
No.
I guess I don't know enough about the zodiacs.
It's
I
one of
didn't
my
think so.
silly, goofy little jokes.
Oh, apparently that is a known drink.
No, the
With a
way we
splash
do
of OJ is a
tequila
tequila
sunrises are different than that.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Yeah, the tequila sunrises we do are.
I thought it was orange juice, tequila, and something else, right?
And
No, that's
grenadine.
Sex on the Beach,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
what I thought.
What?
I don't know.
The OJ and tequila.
No, OJ, tequila,
Grenadine?
and grenadine is that's the
tequila
way I know
sunrise.
how to do
yeah,
a
that's what I thought, 'cause
tequila
they
sunrise.
separate?
Yeah, because they separate.
I'll be
But-
right back.
All right.
But we've tried some different stuff. I don't drink as much as I used to, though. Unfortunately.
Oh,
So yeah, actually, I think a Sex on the Beach might be
Okay.
rum and OJ.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Rum, OJ, and grenadine, I
White
think
rum.
was, and it might have cranberry in it too.
What was the one that you sent me? A couple weeks ago it was a Christmas drink. I
Oh
think.
my gosh.
Just
So
be
this
careful
was
saying
funny.
it.
All of a sudden, Adam, on my Facebook feed, I kept getting these drink ideas, but all of them were like really
Nasty names.
nasty names. Like,
The
I don't know
one
if you
was
should say
the
it.
one was the putty eater.
yeah, the putty eater.
It
They
wasn't
were
called
all
that.
basically themed around Christmas, but very raunchy Christmas. And it was just like, oh.
And I swear to God, they just stole somebody else's drink and put a new name on it because it was only like
Well,
two
'cause
ingredients.
One of them would look like a White Russian, but they gave it a totally different name and put like peppermint around the rim. But it was just like,
Wait, Chris, are you from like a foreign country? Grenadine is red.
They do.
right?
They
Yeah,
do. They do
grenadine
have
is red.
green grenadine, don't they?
I don't. Maybe they do.
Maybe
Apparently
they do. It's always red here.
It's called red grenadine because
Oh.
it's red, but they
Oh.
probably have other colors too.
Possible.
I keep trying to click on that one. So
But there was like a whole
good
yeah.
cocktails.
Now we laugh because we did some of the shots and some of the stuff we did
Oh,
at
she's
my
from Canada.
from
That explains
my
it. Just kidding.
bachelorette party. We went to a drag show for my bachelorette party. And oh my god, we had I can't even name some of the
Dude,
drinks. But
We
had
we
so much
still
stuff.
find dick confetti in our yard from her bachelorette party
My
3 years
friend
ago.
still finds it. What I did, this is
There
so
was so
funny.
much dick confetti.
We
It's-
had like a little
pathetic.
it was like a little pop, like a popper, but it was like a poo-poo kind of thing. Well, my friend, when we were at the restaurant, she was leaving, her husband was picking her up. I shot it in his car because he rolled up the window. So when she got in, I popped it in the car. They had confetti everywhere. Her daughter this past summer was cutting the grass and she was like, Mom, what is this? And because it was faded, and she went out there and she goes, oh my God, Dana, it's 5 years later.
Yeah.
We're still finding
Well,
this
it's not
shit.
5 years later.
No, but I mean, but we're laughing because when we were putting up the new fence, I was like, Jeff, look, and this is what makes
yeah,
it
was
funny.
dick confetti all over.
Because
the
at
backyard.
that time we did not have a really good, we have a halfway decent relationship with our neighbors, but at the time we didn't. I shot that over into their yard, so their whole yard was going to be full of dicks. And so I don't know how many dicks they found, but I'm sure they found quite a few because we're still finding dicks in our yard.
Have you ever seen the little like candies they're kind of like runts, like those banana?
Oh yeah, we
ones?
had those
They're
too.
shaped like wieners.
Yeah, we had that. I had cups that were specially made that had peanut straws, and it said, "I like to hold on and suck hard," and it was the cup with the straw.
Yeah, they had dick straws.
We had dick cookies.
And you guys want to know what I did for my bachelor party? I played poker. That was it.
And got shit faced.
Yeah, I got shit faced.
You had a naked person there.
Yeah, and I played poker with a blow up doll.
The best part is when my ex son-in-law and my nephew, or actually no, it was my ex son-in-law and Jeff. They came home. They had to pee so bad. Jeff, we had to get him from peeing he was going to pee out in the front yard. I'm like, no, we had to at least get him to the backyard because Tyler had to pee too. And the two of them were so shit faced. It was so funny.
Have you ever seen the pussy lollipops and stuff?
Oh no, we can top this.
Not seen those.
When we went to the Ann Arbor Arts Fair, our arts festival, I kid you not, you can actually make a mold of your own pussy or your own junk.
Yeah, so I've seen the Clona Willies. And
should we be saying pussy on live streams?
I don't know, but you could do that. It was like, what the heck?
I'll say, whenever I saw those like Clona Willy things, I was always like, well, my first thought was always, how are you gonna stay that way for long enough? Because nobody wants it if it's not that way.
Right?
So
nobody wants it if there's no ending to it.
But I've always been curious about it.
But I'm thinking how to do it in chocolate. I mean, these things were made out of chocolate. It was like, yeah. Somebody asked me about Special Olympics. Yes, my brother did have Special Olympics. I just got back from there. He actually got second place in his division. So we're going to states in March now.
Yeah, but I told him about the story, how respectful the kids were and how the crowd cheered like crazy when they.
It's pretty cool. I actually
Dawn, if you're gonna do that, you probably want to back out of this stream.
It's funny though because
this is definitely not.
I forgot to he made so many baskets because they have to stand on 6 different spots and they have to throw the basket they get to throw twice from each basket. And I usually videotape that. I completely forgot to videotape that because I had my mom with me, so it was crazy. So I forgot to do it. So I actually but he placed second. So we will be going to states in March 8th. We'll be in Columbus for states. So thank you for asking.
Heck yeah.
The twins are sexy. No, Shell Dust. You may actually get blocked and banned and everything else from this channel for having that opinion. I'm just kidding. I think the way they dress with their little fur coats and their
that's like the one thing I enjoy. I
like that.
I like their giant coats because I like giant coats. When I was a kid, I went to a thrift store and literally got those big old giant. What are they called?
My face.
No,
I don't know. Fur coats.
Yeah, but they're called something.
I don't know. I just
basically they went.
I was gonna say triple fat goose goats. Remember those, Jeff?
All the way down.
What?
Triple fat goose goats.
I don't remember those.
No, the triple fat goose.
No,
I haven't seen them apparently.
Feathers.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Dawson's compensating.
I mean, for like a year, they were super popular. Like, oh, I got a triple fat goose coat. Nah.
That parachute pants and your hook. Oops.
Are you trying to
the
get
comments are going fast? I keep missing the one I want to click on.
Ugh.
Oh shit, guys, we should probably wrap it up here in a couple minutes.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
This definitely was not a monetized stream. That's for sure. We lost.
You guys were that bad?
Well, you saw part of it. Maybe. It wasn't that bad until that conversation started.
Yeah, it's definitely demonetized.
Yeah, because we talked about haunted locations. We actually talked about paranormal shit for a little bit.
Wow.
Before we got into childbirth.
Did you tell them that we are going to finally have somebody on?
No, I didn't.
See, how did you forget that?
Because we got to talking about childbirth.
Because Dana worked the
that
magic.
was, that was way funnier.
We started
Because
talking
Dana
about
worked the magic and got a hold of somebody.
Breastfeeding.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll let Dana tell this story.
So
Florida Willies.
I finally got a hold of the person from Unison,
Where we did that charity.
where we did the charity for. And he is actually going to be, he's clearing his schedule so he can come on, because he's busy on Monday nights. So in about 6 weeks or so, we're going to have one of the guys from Unison on, and we are gonna, he'll explain some stuff about what they do, but then he can kind of answer questions. If people have questions, he can kind of answer that, because what had happened is that it took a lot of people to figure out what, but they got all the donations that came into their organization on that day all came from us. They finally realized it. So they so he's excited that we are gonna actually join up with them. They're actually going to be doing some shout outs about us, and just to kind of as a thank you. But then we also might do some collabs with them of us going and talking with their staff about the paranormal field and what we see with the mental health side of it. But then also they're gonna help. I mean, they might reach out to us to do some collabs and do some different things for fundraisers and that as well. So we got a couple different things that might go on with just this connection. Because
I want to find out, so my line of questioning to them is going to be, how often do, these people come in, as addicts and things like that, how and mental health problems, how often do they come in thinking it's paranormal? Because I'm really, really curious about that. How often they come to them for help, but they think they got ghosts and shit like that going on. So I think that's going to be a really, really cool conversation.
I also, I do believe that probably a big majority of the time it is due to, addictions or mental health.
Yeah,
and stuff
for
like
sure.
That.
Yep.
But I also do think that people that deal with that also get targeted more often.
I agree.
And it's hard to tell the difference.
Sometimes. What we always tell people, like in that situation, is like, let's say you're a drug addict, but you may very well have a haunting going on as well, but we can't do anything about any kind of haunting claims or anything like that until the drug issue is dealt with. Yeah. So you've got to deal with that first.
And we when I talked to him, I walked through him and told him, we walk through certain steps that,
being horrible.
That God, you have to like we do that they have to do a questionnaire, and that before we will do an investigation, they need to have a psych eval, not an online one. They actually have doing?
And not always. That's if they're saying like demon and things like that, if they're saying some crazy shit. Then it's
he was like, no, that's great. So a lot of stuff that we're taught, what we're doing, the way we're doing it, he's like, that's probably the best way to do it, before thinking, sending these people and saying they're crazy and they need help. That we're trying to figure out, wait, is it a medical issue? Is it a mental issue? Is it a drug issue? Before we go ahead and be like, okay, see ya.
We got another odd case in Joe and Dawson. I might actually send you guys pictures after this stream.
Oops.
What the fuck? But anyway, it's a case with a group of younger people, like 18 to 21, and like
crazy.
2 of them have gotten scratched pretty good.
Shit.
You didn't spill your rum and coke on your keyboard, did you?
No,
okay,
or
that's
piss,
good.
like
bare aspirin. Dropped a couple of them.
No, but I mean,
So
I might send you
how-
these guys pictures and get your opinions on them.
How are the scratches looking? And I haven't seen every single type of scratch, but I will say from the ones that I've seen and experienced, there's a weird. It's almost like more like welts than scratches. Like it doesn't break skin.
Yeah.
Right.
These didn't break skin, but the thing is, like, so these are, like I said, 18 to 21-year-olds, and they're like good old Texas boys. You know what I mean? Like they're not
down to earth,
little
not
wimpy. They're
Right.
So I don't know. It's interesting so far, and we've only talked to them once, but it's like,
but we've had a couple. I've had a couple exchanges with them with other stuff. So, but yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that, Joe? I kind of just said that as like sort of a fact, but do you agree or disagree with that, or have like a neutral opinion about what I said with how they're usually kind of like welts versus skin breaking? And
I mean, I've seen, like, I'll agree with that, yeah. But I have seen where, and it depends on, what it is, where it does break skin. But these are like deep scratches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you guys can't
Don't
see
show
that.
him on that. No.
Why his name's not
I don't
on there? I
care.
checked.
No,
Okay.
we said we weren't going to share anything.
Okay.
But like when I've gotten scratched, I mean it burns like a real scratch, like a deep scratch burns, but it's never left marks. It's like welted.
Let's show Dana scratches. I'm just kidding. I thought you'd.
I was going to say, I
stop
thought
me
you would
before
never
that.
show that one.
Yeah, I thought you'd stop me before that because you knew where they were.
Yeah, but you can't tell. Well, you can tell what it is,
Yes,
but
you
it's
can.
not fully exposed.
There's no nipple.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's part of a boobie.
Only
so
'cause
I
she's
mean,
like
It
this.
is. It's like I'm basically holding my boob, so you.
Have
can
you
see
ever
the
seen
scratch.
the like Photoshop pictures without the nipples? It really does like completely
Dawson!
change what it looks like.
Dawson? Why would you even want to look that up?
No, I didn't look it up. It was on like Facebook or something. But it's crazy because it really does. Like, it's weird how much a nipple does.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Anybody
yeah.
else?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah, I agree.
we know it gives you breast milk now,
it's
doesn't
the
it? Tastes
target.
sour, doesn't it?
Oh Jesus! How are things? Yeah, I don't know. RS Paranormal. This thing just shit. Like,
so yeah, you have somebody who's new to the stream, Mary Beth, and she's probably like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Mary Beth, go watch the first say 45 minutes, and then just cut it off.
Yeah.
After that,
Probably
watch no
around
more.
that.
So, yeah, Mary Beth, thanks for joining.
Plus, I mean, well, when we're talking paranormal stuff, like we don't do the mediums and psychics at the beginning of anything with our things.
Goth Gal, I did see that, and I wanted to ask, did you take that in front of a mirror? Like, is there a mirror behind you? I'm just curious about that. I don't think there is, because I think I know exactly where you took it.
I know where she took it, and there's not a mirror there.
Sorry, guys. Side conversation that everybody's going to get to.
Here, I'm looking for the picture because she said we could show it.
Oh, okay. Well,
John,
here,
I always get
let me bring it
Dana
up here.
You what? You
John
always
said-
give me work? Yes. Dawson is like that child that always gives you gray hair. That is Dawson to me.
What an honor. Guys, we're not watching you. Sorry. I'm trying to find a picture real quick.
Oh, okay.
It was probably on Instagram, so I won't be able to pull it up.
No, it was on. No, I got it right there.
Well, I'm trying to actually pull it up.
It's right there.
Okay.
Awkward silence.
I'm thinking, does it show her name anywhere? Because I don't want to put her name. Yes, it does. Damn it. Okay, we can't show the picture this way because it shows her name, and I don't want to do that. And it's I don't have permission to, and so.
Well, she said we could show her,
but it's got her first and last
Oh,
name,
yeah.
so I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, knowing where it's at, there's so many different light sources in this room, and there's so much
And potential ones, even from outside.
There's from outside, from inside, but there's also like the wood.
She said there's a
lot of
window.
Chinese-
Yeah,
there's
there's lots of
windows.
windows.
There's lots of windows in this room, but there's also wooden doors that have a shine to them. There's a lot that can happen.
Do you guys
in this
do you
one.
guys find that pictures are hard to, people send us pictures a lot, wanting our opinions on? Like, for me, pictures are so hard to make a judgment on because you almost have to have been there. I think that
Right, you don't get the entire scene of the
Right.
room.
Yep.
I don't like. I want to sound like an asshole. Don't send me fucking pictures. Like, just don't, because I'll tell you what I think, but
Mhm.
I mean, I can't. I wasn't there.
Yep.
I don't know how the area was set up. I don't know where the sun was, or
Mhm.
the moon, or whatever. Is there a light source outside? And what about inside? Like, one of the things that annoy me about all certain pictures is you have people who do selfies, right? So they're like doing this selfie, and behind them is a fucking mirror or something reflective, and they
Yeah.
take the picture like, oh my god, there's a face in my picture, and it's like, yeah, that's your face.
Well,
I
It's
did
being
this.
reflected.
my favorite is when they're on a ghost tour and you have a person like at the end of a hallway, and you can always tell they're on like a public ghost tour with 100
Mhm.
people, and they're like, look at this picture I caught. Nobody else was there with me. And it's like, you're a fucking liar. I know somebody else is
Yeah.
there with you. He's right there at the end of the hallway.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck are you talking about?
And I can
And then-
take a picture. We've got a curio cabinet thing in the corner. I promise you, I can take a picture of that right now. Just a random photo, and I can zoom in on probably 5 or 6 different.
Here, I'm sending
Demons
it
or
to you.
devil
So when you
images.
bring up your messenger, it will pop up without her name on it.
Oh, okay.
But it's that person's reflection. But I'll say, well, that's your reflection because it's seeing the phone,
There, I sent it to you.
and like it's But anyways,
I exited Facebook. Oops.
then they get upset and like, no, that's not me. Look at that face. It's hideous. Like, well, it's not going to look exactly like you. And you said it, not me.
Mhm.
Did you ever
I exited
did you look
Facebook.
into the
Sorry.
Bachelor's Grove photo I told you about, Jeff?
The Bachelor's Grove.
Yeah, we were talking about it on my live stream that like even actual like skeptics that are like photo experts, and they don't even necessarily have to be a skeptic, but just there's photo experts that have looked
you
at
go.
the picture, and based on the camera that was used, which was like this old school, and this was back in the day as well, old school IR like picture camera.
Yeah,
They
Jeffrey.
said it's
I-
either a person or it's not, like, because it's so good.
Yeah.
And they talk about how it's not like low exposure, it's not this and that, and they say it's literally, it has to be a real person or it's not. And that is like so cool to me, because the people that do it, that took it, they claim there wasn't a person there, and that every person
Stop.
like individually went in one at a time, and everybody waited at the gate basically. So so that wouldn't happen.
Stop.
That's the story. I didn't really look into the story too much, but yeah, you should look into that.
It's funny
What's
because
it called?
Jeffrey Kuhn,
Hang on. What's it called?
Jeff 2KO, he actually
Bachelor's, just look up like Bachelor Grove, Illinois, ghost picture, I guess, and it'll probably pop up.
He
Okay.
he sent us a name of a guy that he did this. Sorry, the lady that was sitting next to me, her perfume was so strong, it's causing my chest to have issues today. But he mentions this one guy that he did William Mumler, but he did pictures from like way back when, and it looked like they have found out eventually that he was transposing in, but these are what, like when they were like the beige and brown colored looking pictures, he was doing this. But it was, I mean, he showed, and I just started looking into it, but it's kind of cool. So it's kind of on that same basis of like, how far back have they started to try to impose like dead people in pictures and trying not to get, I mean, back then, obviously it probably took a lot to do than it is nowadays, but
We're gonna have a sidebar real quick.
We can hear you. No, I'm just kidding.
Sidebar's over. We didn't end up die laughing though during ours. So
yeah.
I will say I've been in, quite a few haunted hotels. I've been to quite a few haunted locations. I've taken
allegedly, I'm just kidding.
and no, fuck that, they're haunted. And I've zoomed into pictures. I've done what people do whenever they're like, look at these 4 faces, and it's clearly just like And I've never seen like there. I believe one time I took a Polaroid and I thought there was something interesting, but it wasn't good enough to be like a person. But I've never had like a picture I've taken, even in mirrors and windows, and like zoomed in and thought I saw a face. Like
Really?
it doesn't happen to me.
I promise you, I can take a picture of that mirror right there, right now, and if I zoom in enough, I'll find something that looks like a face.
But that's what I've tried.
Oh,
I
can
just,
do it.
For some reason, I can never see it.
I
Maybe
can
it's
do it
because-
within 1 or 2 pictures of any reflective surface I ever.
Do you have an
take.
iPhone?
Yeah.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
iPhones
telling
take
you,
pretty
man.
good pictures, so
You've got it zoomed too far. Like Dana's trying to see if she can do it now.
you have to take the picture and then zoom in.
Yeah, I
But
know.
yeah, I mean, I've literally never like been able to be like, oh my gosh, I see a face, or like I've even tried to like purposely see it. You know, like
Yeah.
I've tried to
Yeah.
basically to essentially
Tried to
test
make
out
it
the
up.
pareidolia thing.
Dana's gonna make a liar out of me.
And yeah, I mean, I've never seen anything.
There's a
weird.
face right there.
Yep, right there.
Oh,
See?
is it a
There's
face
oh,
though?
like right there. It's somebody looking.
Is it a face?
I mean,
or
it's us.
Or is it
but-
pareidolia?
That's pareidolia, but it looks like a face.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like
see,
it's so.
look at there's
right.
somebody sneaking.
Yeah, you'll find 5 or 6
Yeah.
if you study that image zoomed in enough. I guarantee it.
Oh, look at there's.
It's
a
funny that
sneaky-
she's like excited. She's like, "Oh, look, another one." Yeah, I don't know. I can never do it.
Oh, look, it's even better though if you go into the sculpture.
Yeah,
Look at-
and people do that shit. There's a
Yeah,
demon
there's
right
there,
fucking
it looks
there.
like a
I'm
it looks
telling
like
you.
a demon looking at us.
There is a
through
demon
this
in that
glass
picture.
ball that's on the sculpture.
And that's what people put in all these stupid ass paranormal Facebook groups. And it's just like, and then
What do
you've got
see in this
psychics.
picture? Yeah,
And
you
then
get
you-
those fake motherfuckers in the
Yeah, the
comment section.
psychics
Like,
are
this
like-
is really dark. You need to move out
Yeah.
of your house.
I'm getting
Yeah.
bad vibes off of that picture. You need to move. Like, oh my god, shut up. So
All right, I just took a picture. Let me see if I can find a ghost.
of a reflective
No,
surface.
look at Joe's like, oh god,
Joe's
what
like,
are
you
we
guys-
Hey,
doing?
all
look,
right,
look how
something's
zoomed in I am. Oh, I guess you can't really see it. It's clear. There's
That's
no
something
like
moving all
pixels.
over
Because
the place.
what are you? But what did was it something that was like a mirror reflection?
But that his photo's fucking terrible. It looks like here.
Oh Jesus.
Don't kill it on the bottom.
That's for sure a demon.
Oh, I lost sound.
Yeah, I couldn't find the ghost though, or pareidolia.
No, my statement was anytime you take a picture of a reflective surface.
Well, no, I did that at.
You also need
the
to use
Crescent
flash.
Hotel with
Mhm.
bad lighting and everything. A long hallway with designs.
Yeah.
I should have found a face, and I tried to find because I heard.
Now we got
you
Joe
heard
doing it.
Joe's taking selfies. This is an actual scientific study, people. If you want to participate, go ahead and take your pictures and put them in our Discord in the category
Where's the
called
ghost?
Here, let me.
sorry, I'm trying to find it.
See what I mean? It's not always there.
Put it in questions for Boo.
Look, it's a guy in a cloak.
Hang on, let me get
Questions
back.
for
Let me get
Boo,
back.
or you
There's
could
the
put it
cloak,
in
there's his
debunking.
face.
Yeah, put it in debunking.
The debunking hashtag debunking.
Look,
That looks like
it's a
fucking.
demonic
That
fish.
looks like a cum shot, but like somebody's using a UV light to like show it.
Dawson!
Don't say come. You're gonna demonetize this for Christ's sake.
Look, it's like a demonic fish or cat.
Okay,
Ears,
I can actually,
eyes.
I can see how that one is like a demonic cat for sure.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh my god, that one looks like Mr. Potato Head.
See, you're finding multiple
See?
images in
It's
that picture. That's my
crazy.
point.
It's literally a Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
there's
okay.
actually a Mr. Potato Head back there.
Okay. Debunked.
Oh, guess what I found? These nuts.
Got him. Oh, Jesus. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours and 15
Oh,
minutes.
look at that, Dawson. Look,
Okay, I actually can see that one actually look like an alien. That's one of the grays. That is an alien.
Oh, if you guys want a good podcast, God dang it, what's his freaking name? Chad Kalick. Do you guys ever listen to him?
I know who Chad Kalick is. He has a few documentaries. Matt's a huge fanboy.
Yep.
Of him?
But he had a good podcast where he interviews this. What the guy's name is Skyfall. And it's, I don't know.
Say hello.
Go listen. It's crazy.
Did you say hello?
Yes, she said hello. She said, give me snacks. She said, give me cookies, all that shit. So
She's
anyway,
a
y'all,
for a cookie.
we weren't
We're
even going to
looking
go
for-
live tonight. I'm glad we did.
We're
We had a good time. I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
Some
apparently, all the
controversial
stuff
subjects.
happened before I
Yeah.
got here.
It was definitely not the
I
most
just happened.
paranormal of
See,
conversations.
something told me to know, check and see if you guys are on, just because Dawson's causing trouble.
Booberry, I do not.
I
think that's
never
his name.
cause trouble.
Dawson, you
guys
give me
always
gray
cause
hair.
the trouble, and then you get me fired up. And
No,
then
you
I-
scare her when you say things like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go like hang out in this vampire
Hang out with
spot."
vampires.
And,
okay, yeah.
no,
See,
no
that
one's
one
going
is.
with
I
me.
understand that one.
I'm gonna just go somewhere and not tell you guys where I'm going,
Yep.
but I want you to do an Estes method.
Or another time, it was. I think the phone call was. So I was like doing this ritual.
Oh no. So
Yeah, that one.
somebody sent me something. I did this. Should I have done this? And what
Exactly.
does it mean?
in past tense, like it's too late.
Dawson, you have a little track record with me of asking me after the fact, and all the questions are usually after
Yeah.
the fact.
Yeah,
If I tell you
Never
before, you won't let
before.
me do it.
exactly.
Exactly. But
I-
at least I think Dawson has learned he has to at least put his phone, he has to put his location on his phone, and one person has to know where he is going, period,
Yes, for safety.
for safety reasons.
Exactly. Not
Yeah,
like
that
we're
one
gonna-
was dumb. I could have easily got eaten by like Dog Man or
Yeah.
a
Well,
werewolf.
then I scared you too, and I told you, dude, that's like the biggest satanic holiday of the year. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I'm out there, and I'm like, what if somebody else is out here with me or a bear?
Yeah. So, all right, guys, we're gonna end it. This is the awkward ending. See y'all later. Thanks for hanging out.
See you guys. Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
Later.
Good job.
Booty juice.
Peace.